So a couple of you guys have sent me this video. I think I understand why. I pretty much made a statement a couple of weeks ago, kind of regarding the U.S. military being sent to the southern border to kind of give support to ICE and border patrol in general. I like the idea of that, but again, I'm not super sure. Let's say I'm partial to the U.S. military having any type of like active duty role on our soil. I'm not sure the precedent itself would be really good because I mean I can only imagine how that can blossom into something that dampens, let's say, free speech, right? But when it comes to the Navy, that may be different because they're not technically on the soil. I mean, they are. They're within the the bounds, let's say, but they're not technically on the soil. So I like the idea, at least, based off the title. A guided missile destroyer? That just sounds intriguing. What is that? I don't know, but I like the idea. I think that would probably be something that that could help out a lot, specifically if there's any type of like maritime, things that are happening. If things are coming in through the water, they can stop it. Maybe we should have had that the whole time, guys. All right, that should have been something. Period for us, guys. I like the idea of that. But anyway, why the U.S. is deploying a guided missile destroyer to the border? Let's find out. This is a suggestion via Discord, guys.
Well, since President Trump's inauguration, we've seen the Army, Marines, Coast Guard all utilized to secure the border. And now the Navy is being deployed as well. The Pentagon announcing the USS Gravely, a naval missile destroyer, will help with maritime border security.
Were they in Iran?
Jorge Ventura is live. Jorge, how exactly does this new move play into the border strategy there?
Well, Nicole, the U.S. military continues to expand the role when it comes to border security, first on land and now at sea. News Nation learning that the warship USS Gravely will be playing a role when it comes to countering illegal immigration, weapons trafficking, and transnational crime on U.S. waters. This comes under the deployment of U.S. Northern Command. The officials also saying that the USS Gravely did depart from Virginia's Naval Weapons Station, Yorktown, over the weekend, and right now heading towards U.S. territorial waters covering the continental U.S., Alaska, Canada, and Mexico. The deployment of the guided missile destroyer that last year was involved in shooting down an Iran-backed Houthis rebel ship. U.S. Northern Command officials saying that this deployment supports President Trump's executive order at strengthening the border and enforcement at sea. And typically, the U.S. Coast Guard patrols the outskirts of the Rio Grande in the Gulf and San Diego. The Department of Defense now saying that this new major operation ship does give the U.S. Navy a direct role in stopping those threats before reaching American shores, Nicole.
I like the idea of this,
summarize the major changes that we have seen when it comes to this new administration.
Yeah, so when it comes to border security, President Trump launching a full-scale operation crackdown when it comes to illegal immigration, but also targeting Mexican cartels by designating them terrorist groups, basically giving the U.S. government the same legal framework to attack these Mexican cartels the same way they do with ISIS. And all this has led to a huge plummet when it comes to those illegal crossings. Now, the Department of Justice has streamlined terrorism charges, increasing penalties, and fast-tracking warrants when it comes to Mexican cartel members. Now, at the border, the Trump administration has deployed over 9,000 active duty troops, deploying striker combat teams, also reinforcement aerial support with Black Hawk helicopters to assist Border Patrol agents on the ground. The Trump administration also pressuring Mexico to deploy 10,000 troops to its border. All that has led to a huge plummet in those illegal crossings so far in the
Yeah, guys, I definitely will say that the federales on the other side of the border definitely have also played a massive part in like completely quelling, let's say, the concept of illegal immigration. People are in fact going through ports of entry. So great job on both sides here, guys.
1,000 troops to its border. All that has led to a huge plummet in those illegal crossings so far in the month of March. DHS sources confirming to News Nations that those illegal crossings are hovering around 244 per day for the entire southern border. Now, when it comes to the interior of the United States, ICE has also ramped up their reinforcements as well, as the agency so far has arrested over 32,000 people in just 50 days. And more than of last year, of those large-scale arrests, nearly 75% have criminal records or pending charges, including over 1,000 gang members and 39 suspected terrorists, tripling last year's numbers.
Yeah, guys, something tells me that there's a lot more than this in the country, so we need to keep funding that specific program so we can get some of the people that are here under nefarious purposes out of the United States of America. Maybe we can absolutely house them in El Salvador. I'm down with that.
And it's not just enforcement numbers making an impact. Immigration attorneys saying that this level of self-deportations is higher than expected.
Yeah.
I'm very surprised with the amount of self deportations. I knew there would be self deportations, but not at the level I'm seeing. Um, like I said, many of these immigrants are going to other countries to look for other,
Opportunities.
look for new beginnings in countries that don't have aggressive immigration laws.
And guys, there's not a single, there's no issue here. Now, so here's the thing: if the self deportations still kind of lie or rely, let's say, on tax dollars, then I'm still not down for it. I mean, if it just comes down to them like walking to the southern border or northern border and just walking through, then that's fine, guys. I think personally, I just don't see that we should probably pay for these individuals. But if we do have to pay something light, I can see that being a decent thing. But again, I still don't think we should be paying for this in the first place. But let's continue.
And then when it comes to detaining and holding migrants, Guantanamo Bay has also played a role as well. The Trump administration sending what they call the worst of the worst. Now, the Trump administration did over the past recent weeks send 40 individuals detained at Guantanamo Bay back to the U.S. An official did confirm to The Hill that as of now there are 0 migrants being held at Guantanamo Bay. There's still no plans if any more will be held at this moment. And also, Nicole, Secretary Noem also confirming to News Nation's Ali Bradley that since the Trump administration has taken office in January, those illegal crossings are down 95%. I was recently down there in the Rio Grande. They're seeing less than 100 people cross per day for the entire sector, Nicole.
All right, Jorge Ventura,
Big
live
news,
correspondent in
guys.
San Antonio.
Now, listen, there are a lot of people who absolutely are not just specific, exclusively happy that Trump is doing exactly what he campaigned on. There are a lot of people. But generally, these are the same people who are completely fine with the federal government and all the agents of said federal government completely taking advantage of the American population in the first place. These are the ones who are completely fine with Doge not finding things, right? Basically. These are the ones who are going against Doge consistently. So again, I'm not sure your opinions matter, sir or madam. I love the fact that you have them. I wouldn't take them away from you. I'm just, using my freedom of speech also in this context here. I don't think your opinion matters. It may. But hopefully you understand. But either way, I want to go ahead and point out, I do like the fact that the Navy is playing some type of part. Guys, those ships are expensive. And if we are not in any type of active, let's say, kerfuffle, then I'm not sure specifically that we're getting money out of it. But luckily, the ship that was actually being sent was one that was pretty popular, not popular, but let's say famous and spoken about pretty regularly. That was in Iran. It did a lot of things, a lot of crazy things out there, guys. But all right, listen, guys, let me know in the comments what you guys think. Do you think it's okay for the U.S. military to function on our soil or in our oceans? Let me know. Be careful with this. Be careful with the answer. All right, because that can open up a lot of cans, so we can't reclose, guys. Either way, I'll catch you guys later.